Hi, the purpose of this video is for you to correct and redo, if needed, your answer. You can pause the video, but you may not skip around on it. However, you will also see how to use show your work screen and how to enter things, how to write with it, how to make a straight line, etc. Okay, so to start, the problem says a company wants to spend on online and TV ads. Online ad, that's a strange sentence. Online ads cost $100 and reach 1,000 people. TV ads cost $500 and reach 5,000 people. The budget is $3,000. At least 5 online ads must be run. How should the company allocate funds to maximize reach? Okay, the problem is set up for you as far as a table is concerned so that you can write the constraints and have the objective function. You're actually not solving this problem at this point. The first passage has a problem that you are to enter the constraints on Desmus graphing. Take a screenshot of the inequalities you entered. Take a second screenshot of the graph with all of the critical points identified and submit both screens in the drawing screen. So I need to go into Desmus, but before I do, I jotted down these constraints because I know I have to enter them in Desmus, and I don't want to go back to this, especially while I'm recording. I'll mess it up. So I do suggest you write them down on a piece of paper so that you don't have to go back and forth. You can split your screen if you know how to do that, but it's a lot easier for me to just write it. So I'm going into Desmus. So I double click on Desmus. Here's my Desmus screen. I need to enter the constraints that were given to me. So that's X. And I need greater than or equal to. So I should be using this so that this is universal. On a keyboard, if you press Option greater than, you can get the greater than or equal to button, but you can't see me do that. Okay, so X is greater than or equal to 5, so I need 5. And then my next constraint says Y is greater than or equal to 0, so I'm going Y greater than or equal to 0. And then my next one is the big one, that's 100x, plus 500y, plus 500y is less than or equal to, so less than or equal to 3,000. All right. Okay, and I can see on my graph that this is the area, but I don't see all of the area that's covered with all 3 of the shades. And that's what you want. You want the intersection of those. So I am going to I'm going to the left because I want it to shift a little bit to the left. So I put my cursor to the left, and I've got 2 fingers on my mouse, but you're using an iPad, so you would be doing this on your screen. Okay, so here's my area, and I need to mark the critical points. So 5, 5, 5, 0, and 30, 0. Oops, that one went away, so I'm going to go back to it. It's okay. And then I need a screenshot of this. My critical points are identified. So Command-Shift-4, screenshot. Okay. I also need a screenshot of these equations. And because the shaded, like if another person is doing this, you might have different colors of shading come up. So I'm just going to go Command-Shift-4, and I'm going to include the shaded area, but I don't need to include the whole thing past my equations. So I have a screenshot of that. Okay, so I'm done with Desmos, so I'm going to go back to my screen, and I need to enter into Edit Drawing, and it tells me where to put those screenshots. So the first one is the screenshot of inequalities entered on Desmos. So in order to get it to call up, I go over here to Image. I click on that. It will bring me to choosing my screenshots and images. It was just recently done, so I'm pretty sure that it's the bottom one. And then I'm going to press Open, and then Add Image. And then I want to move that, and it switched to being the kind of broken box. And so that means that when I click on this, I can drag it to where it's supposed to be. I can also shrink and enlarge it, and I can turn it upside down. You don't want to turn it upside down though. Okay, so I'm done with that, so I'm going to click anywhere so that I'm done. And now I need to add this image, which is the graph. So I'm going over to Image. I call up my documents, and I scroll down to the bottom where my screenshots were. So it's probably this one. Open that, add image, move it over. I don't want to cover things up, so I need to shrink it down a little bit, and then move it over, and it's in the correct spot, and I am done. Okay, so then I can press done, and it will save it on my screen so that I can see it when I go through to correct it. That's about it, and I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that this is helpful to do it this way as far as you correcting your own for the practice ones.